So continuing where we left off with project 3, part 1, storyboarding, and I went over some things with the animatic in the video. Really, what you want to do is just keep pressing forward on your project. So just continue the working through your storyboards, following along with the audio. One of the things that when I play this back is it's just like an eyesore for me. Is I'm just going to go ahead and make this a symbol, this red square here. I had it there for like the storyboarding, and now I have it in my animatic, and this will only take a few seconds. Camera zoom. I'm going to just call it camera zoom 1 in case I have another one I want to get to. And in this particular sequence here, I'm going to create a motion tween. I'm going to use here. So at the beginning it starts here, and then when it zooms, it's to this point, it's going to be like so. So now it's not as difficult for me to view while I'm playing it back. Now that's just one quick thing for me that I wanted to do.
That's a little bit scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Alright. So I'm going to keep pressing forward with this. Now one thing I'd like to show you guys, we have a lab in this later in the semester, and it's because it's just recently with a new update that came about. So I went back to re-record this, and they have a new camera tool here, and this can really help with your project. I'm going to keep the lab up for later. It's going to be so much easier for you later on as well. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a new layer for my storyboard. Actually, I have a layer here, storyboards, board. So I'm going to play through this. I've got the people laughing again, and I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but I am going to show you the camera tool. Got some lag here. Okay. Where is... oh, there we go. Okay. So it goes back to these people laughing again. So okay. Here, whoops. Okay, so here I've got this turkey here, and I'm going to delete it up to this point. And I'm going to go ahead and drag my people here. And now that I've got them here, they're sort of laughing, haha again. I want to show you the camera tool. So I'm going to go ahead and press on this camera tool, and you're going to notice, oh, that's the zoom tool, my camera tool. I now have a layer that is called camera, and instead of any of these other icons on the far left side, it's a camera icon. Now this is super helpful for this particular assignment, and it's never been offered in any other version that I know of anyway before, the camera tool. So from here, instead of doing zoom-ins with the motion tweens and whatnot, you can go ahead and do it with the camera tool. Now I'm going to start by, I'm going to insert keyframe all right here, and actually I'm going to bring this back one, because I don't want my camera position to change at all through this point. Okay, so because I've already done up to this point like this. So here I'm actually going to have a zoom in maybe on these 3 people here. Right? So it's just a quick cut basically. And it allowed me to go ahead and do, and because it's vector art, it's going to work really easily. So it's just one frame to the other. And one thing I've noticed is, just a heads up, is you want to insert keyframe all on every time you create a camera movement. Otherwise, it just doesn't work right. You'll notice, if you go ahead and you switch to this camera tilt, and like later on over here I start to tilt it, you're going to notice it's going to affect some of your other frames and you don't want it to. So insert keyframe all will get rid of that little hiccup for you. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and play it. Oh, and one more thing. In my settings over here, I have a zoom. I'm at 200% zoom. So if I want to bring it back to, you know, my standard zoom, let's see. And I'll run a soft pan this way. Okay. Let me play it back real quick, and you'll see what happens with the. Just give it a moment.
And even the word raptor means bird of prey.
That's a little very scary. More like a 6-foot turkey.
Turkey.
So then you got the turkey, huh? So that would be, for me, I'm gonna go ahead.
Turkey.
That's cue for me to insert a new board. And I would just go ahead and draw one in. A 6-foot turkey. Ooh, let me change my color to black as well. And I'm just doing these on the fly to show you guys sort of how to get through, work through these projects. A lot of animatics are just with storyline at least, or just like sort of trial and error and working your way through it. So don't expect yours to be perfect right off the bat. Don't worry too much about the quality of drawing as much. I mean, it's definitely good to have, but really your goal is to get the idea out. And even professional animatics, the drawings they do are not up to par with the final product that they complete. So don't be too hard on yourself on the drawings. Just sort of let them flow, get them done, and just work through the process that way. I don't know. We'll do something like that, and then I've got this big turkey. And a little feather. And we'll get some feet in there. And another one. Oop. Okay. And then and my camera movement's actually still going, so go ahead and bring that back over this way. And from here, I'm gonna bring this actually back a little bit more, and I'm just still just working through the process. Ooh. Oh, just a heads up, if this ever happens to you, it's just because you double clicked on the blue line. That's all it is. On the blue timeline. And maybe I actually sort of like the camera movement there. And what I'll do next, okay, is here. Turkey, huh? What did my main character look like? I think he had a bow tie on or something. Yeah. So I'm just going through this every single time I kind of hear an audio clip that I think deserves a board, I go ahead and draw that in. Now, doing it this way is for more specifically for the animatic. Once you get your boards in there, you should kind of have your boards spread out every, I don't know, I would start like every 100 frames, 75, 100 frames or something like that, to sort of just get a base idea of what's happening through your story and where you're going with it, and then after that sort of fill it in. Get as many boards as you need to get the story through, and just keep working through your project until you reach the end. It's a really it can be a very tedious project, but it's also a very fun one when it's all said and done. So, that's really all I got for you. The camera tools are a big help, and just keep working through your project that way. If you have any questions, be sure to ask me immediately. I'll respond as quickly as possible, and we can take it from there. I hope you have fun with this project. That's the whole point, and I guess that's about all I got for this. So I hope you have fun with the project, and thanks for watching.